Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Here I'm going to be doing a quick 25-minute hairstyle. We actually have somewhere to go today and I needed to do my hair fast, but I also didn't want to do a part straight back or any parts that I typically do. So I have this braid I'm going to do along her hairline. I just wanted to switch it up a little bit, and Maya does not like to wear her hair in a ponytail often. However, if she has one hair hanging down in the front, she really enjoys that type of style, but then her hair gets in her face. So you guys will notice that this braid, I parted it to where the end is past her eyebrow, and so there's basically no way that this braid is going to be in her face. It goes behind her ear pretty easily, and I'm being really mindful to make sure that the braid is super neat and there's no tangles or any knots as I'm braiding. I'm also applying a braiding paste. In this case, I'm using the Just For Me Grip Glaze. I've also used the Shea Moisture Braiding Glaze, I think they call it, and I definitely prefer the Just For Me one because it has more of a dry texture versus like a watery, oily consistency. And so I like to apply it to smooth away any of the flyaways, and it just really makes the braid look nice and shiny and have less hairs poking out. And we're not going to apply any beads to the bottom of this braid because Maya has been jumping around doing ballet and such, and I don't want the beads to hit her in the face. So we're going to be doing another braid along her hairline, and this braid I'm going to be actually braiding it into the two big braids that I'm going to be doing at the end. And so just like the first time, I'm going to be sure to make the part and then secure the hair out of the way so it doesn't get mixed up. Then I like to part a small section at the very top and part that small section into 3 and start the braid. Anytime I'm doing a zigzag part, I do like to start off with a straight part. It allows me to make sure that the zigzag is going straight down and also to make sure that the part is even. As you can see, this is not even. The right section has way more hair than the left, and so I put it into 2 loose ponytails, and that allows me to more easily part and adjust the zigzag part so that both sides have an even amount of hair. In another video that I'll link in the description box, I shared that whenever I do large braids, I like to part the big section, the whole braid section, in half. And this allows me to give it a stitched look, because as I am braiding, I'm going to make sure to only grab a section from the side that I'm braiding from. And I make sure to part it with my fingers. It doesn't have to be perfect. However, as long as it's semi-straight, it's going to look really neat and it's going to look like a stitch braid. And having the hair parted in half just makes it much easier to grab an appropriate amount of hair from each section. And it also makes it easy to accommodate for the curve in the head that you're going to experience like midway down. In this area right here near her temples, her hair is really fine, and it's really hard for me to part that part or that area with my fingers. And so I do utilize the tip of the comb that I'm using, and that just allows it to continue to look really neat and straight and give it that stitched look. I don't want it to start off really neat and then get messy in the problem areas or in the areas that's harder for me to part with my fingers. So a rat tail comb or any comb with a pointed tip is going to really be awesome to use here. And then whenever I'm done with that area, that is really fine. I can go back to using my fingers just fine. So here's the finished hairstyle. I'm really happy that I did some different parts just so that the same parts aren't always exposing the same part of her scalp. I'm going to be doing a little bit of touch up on her baby hairs, and this is it. This is going to last throughout the week, and Maya's super happy that we are done so quickly.